Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to NAILBA's Virtual Symposium. My name is Dan LaBert. I'm the CEO of the National Association of Independent Life Brokerage Agencies, better known as NAILBA. Over 500 people are here today. Thank you very much for spending your time. This is an outstanding turnout. We thought it would be a great time midsummer where we're not hopefully too much on the a webinar fatigue kind of situation that we're all in, but candidly, it was an opportunity for us to join the industry. NAILBA is the voice of all of independent brokerage distribution. We advocate on behalf of more than 300 agencies who produce over $4 billion in annualized premiums. That's approximately 10,000 members for those 300 agencies. Our magazine, Perspectives, which many of you receive, this year it was named by ASAE as the top magazine in the association world, life space, business space, you name it, for 2020. It's distributed to over 1,400 BGAs. It's now distributed to over 300,000 independent advisors. I mean, there's no doubt about it. NAILBA has the pulse of the industry. This past year, we launched the NAILBA ID Network. We looked at the people around our organization and our access to the decision makers in the industry. It's simply unrivaled. Visit nailba.org so you could see all of the videos that were produced with carrier executives, BGA principals, one-on-one interviews on what's new and what's coming down the pike. Today, though, is a little different. We gather as an industry during uncertain times. It used to be trendy to be innovative, and now you must innovate to survive. Perhaps the only positive impact caused by a global pandemic is innovation. As the world emerges from this crisis, the life insurance industry, a lot of different industries and professions are going to look different. We're going to reassess our strategies. We're going to engage in a way that's different. Consumers will be able to take advantage of new environments. Policy and regulation will adapt to keep everyone safer in the future. Our symposium speakers today are from throughout the industry. They are joining us from around the country, many from their homes. Welcome to my home. Today is going to discuss how the processes are evolving, how sales need to take place online, how the touchless sales experience, from the touchless sales experience to data-driven decision-making, to what's going on with underwriting, to sales and distribution updates, to overcoming obstacles for paramed exams. We even have a mini economic forecast on what is expected in this low interest rate environment. This symposium is all incoming, but it's a new way of doing business and building relationships that will allow us to bridge the gap in the need for life insurance. It's ironic because today is about getting rid of paper, the same paper that I'm using to read my opening remarks. But as an industry, sadly, it's taken significant change to happen throughout the world for us to evolve and change the way we do business, but most importantly, secure the future of so many consumers out there and bridge that gap of life insurance. Before we get started, I want to just say this event would not be possible without the support of Insurance Technologies, LexisNexis Risk Solutions, Pacific Life, and Care Value Inc. They've all been supporters of NAILBA, and they were believed in this idea and wanted this symposium to come forward and be available for the entire industry. So that's what we're here today. I also want to thank the over 20 plus speakers that are donating their time to be with us today. We're going to go for 4 hours. The platform we selected for today's symposium offers a few interesting features. Attendees could chat in the chat box to the right. You could chat with other attendees that are here. Again, over 525 people, which is just utterly fantastic. If you want to click around a little bit and get yourself comfortable, look on the left. There is a tab for Expo. You could visit some of the sponsors and the speakers companies that are here, see their videos, download their material. In some cases, their contact information will be there, so you can contact them, ask them about their product solution, see how they're doing, see how they've responded. there's also an opportunity for a poll. In fact, we're going to do our first poll right now. We want to engage you. So here's an opportunity to click on the right. You can see what polls are available. Just a little click to the right. And we want to know, what is your role in independent distribution, in the independent distribution industry? Are you a service provider, an advisor, a carrier, a BGA? Go ahead and click those links just so you can see what's going on and who's here and how we're engaging. There's also a print component to this symposium. As I mentioned, having the best magazine in the industry, as rated by the National Association, ASAE. And I want to give special thanks to that is Pam Sheehan's baby. Pam Sheehan is on the NAILBA team, and she made perspectives. She took perspectives to an entirely new level. And the sheer fact that NAILBA was recognized as having the top association publication is a credit to her. So for many of you, that will arrive in the mail if you are a subscriber of Perspectives. If you are not a subscriber, you will receive that via email, or of course, it'll be posted online at nailba.org. So how about we get started? We open the NAILBA Virtual Symposium with an update on the state of independent distribution. Please welcome the president of the Milner Group, located in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and the 2020 chairman of NAILBA, Mr. Chad Milner. Chad, welcome to the symposium.
Thank you, Dan. What a great year to have my chairmanship, right? There is a silver lining to all of the negativity that we could dwell on, but really, I don't want to dwell on that. I want to talk about and focus on the positives. It's been awesome to spend more time with my kids at home. That's been a positive thing. Today, I'm in Little Palm Island, when normally I would be out in probably visiting one of the other associations, or with you, Dan, or traveling for work, which I love to do. But, let's look at all the positives of what's happened. We know mortality has been hit a little bit by COVID. We know there's a low interest rate environment with the insurance companies having to deal with that. Product pricing is a challenge. We could dwell on all that, but those are things we can't change. What things can we change, and has our industry changed? That's been a huge positive for all of us. And that's what I'd like to focus on. I think that's what the rest of the day is going to focus on, because that's what we can control. And so just some very interesting stats here. If you look at June of 2019 and you look at Google traffic, just basic searches, you can go on Google and find this data. 135,000 searches roughly for the word life insurance in June of 2019. Go and look at that now online, and you can go through Google. In June of 2020, we had 246,000 searches. It's almost double the amount of people going online and searching for the word life insurance. So that's a positive in my opinion. More and more people, there's 73 million baby boomers. More and more people, including them, are now comfortable with Zoom. As they've been isolated in their homes, they have now learned and forced to use technology to communicate with their family and loved ones. And now you see that spill over into technology that they're utilizing. So the use of technology in America has just been amazing, and it's helping our industry. Some other things that I've seen with our carrier partners that are just incredible. Our industry is usually very slow to adapt to technology. For whatever reason, it's always been that way. But this year, we've seen more things happen that are going to be great for our industry long term. Accelerated underwriting. Many carriers that did not have programs have now come into the accelerated underwriting world. Many carriers have doubled their limits on accelerated underwriting. Some have increased the age limits to make it easier for consumers to buy products, which is good for all of us. Some carriers have allowed e-delivery, have sped up the process by allowing e-delivery, when sometimes they may not have done that if you weren't actually forced to. E-signatures are now prevalent. So a consumer can literally have a conversation through Zoom, buy the policy through one of the vendors online, digitally sign, and have the entire policy delivered to them through their email. A completely digital process. We've been talking about that for years, but this year it was forced to happen during these times. And, that's one positive of what's going on. Interest rates are very low. It's a struggle with insurance companies to create products. We realize that. But the positive to that is private equity and the stock market in general is having a hard time finding places to get a good return. And so private equity world has looked very heavily into our distribution, and they're finding great returns. So a lot of money. Prudential made a huge investment into some technology and underwriting, integrity marketing, AmeriLife, and I don't want to miss tons of money being put into our distribution, which will help leap forward into the future with technology. Billions of dollars is being put in our industry. And it's very encouraging for those of us who are willing to adapt to this change and accept the technology. As I said, 73 million baby boomers, and most of them now are used to using Zoom or some type of online services when it comes to financial products. I talked with a company last week that is providing Zoom leads for advisors, which is just amazing, where you can go and pay, I think it's around $50 for a Zoom lead with a senior, a baby boomer, who is interested in talking to an advisor. So from the comfort of your home, as an advisor, you can have an appointment with a senior who needs help with financial advice. And what a great time, in my opinion, to be in our world of insurance. And I'm excited about what the rest of the carrier and vendors have today to show us the technology that they have that's helping us move forward into this new digital age. And I'm excited about what NAILBA's got for the next 6 months of the year. I'm convinced over the next 6 months, year, 2 years, that we're going to have literally a golden age in life insurance. We're going to see our change coming dramatically, and it can be for the positive. It'll be the good for the customer. I definitely think it's going to be good for those who innovate in our independent distribution. It'll be good for the carriers. So I'm very positive on all this. Dan, I appreciate you putting this together. I appreciate all the vendors, the carrier sponsors for helping make this happen. And I'm really excited about another 6 months of helping lead NAILBA with you, Dan. So thank you so much for letting me intro today. And I'm looking forward to hearing from the rest of the presenters here.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate you joining us. You look very comfortable in that background. I like that palm tree.
Thank you.
Chad Milner is, again, the chairman of NAILBA. It's been definitely an interesting time for all of NAILBA and many associations. So many events have been canceled. We've been living in a world of connecting via this computer or our phones and in different ways. But you know what? Life goes on. Business progresses. Our health and safety is always going to be the number one driver. And our goal as an industry will be to secure the future of so many consumers out there with life insurance. But the difference is we're going to be doing it in different ways. And the statistics that Chad shared, gosh, they are spot on, aren't they? I mean, significant 57% increase from the last year to this year on people searching for securing themselves life insurance. This is a fantastic opportunity and a time for independent brokerage and independent advisors and the carriers that support the independent channel to come together and again, bridge that gap.